take you to the stars and back. Not in a romantic way, this is purely platonic. We're here to learn out of astronautic curiosity, so don't get dazzled by the stellar luminosity. The stars, they tell a story,
reflecting the dust of ages, like the pages of a wise sage's tome. If you know how, you can join the shining dots and read them like Braille. They illuminate a guiding trail.
Beyond the end of your outstretched arms are not just stars, not just dots on a black canvas, but nuclear fusion reactors that act as a map of our history.
The stars unlock mysteries, foretell the falling of kings, lead you to a stable and tell you what gift you should bring, because everything that has ever been, every birth and every death, every moment, every breath, every choice you've ever made or will make is here displayed in this bright dust, this phosphorescent light.
Come out with me and I'll teach you the importance of Polaris, show you where the next nearest star is, explain what a galaxy's arm is.
Come out with me and I'll show you how to take your birth's exact time and location and divine your future in the constellations.
You won't find your future through a telescope. No matter its divine formation, no constellation should bring consolation or be used to give hope. Look, let's start with the sun, the most epic nuclear reaction this side of Andromeda.
A man born under this sign will grow to be merciless, on cruelty bent, a man who deals in punishment. Men born under this sign are doomed by design. Its portents were linked after intense divination to violent deaths by decapitation by astrologer William Lilly.
That's just silly. Andromeda's a galaxy. You can see it right there with your naked eye. Look up to the sky and try and deny to me the scientific accuracy of the knowledge we've gathered.
Knowledge you've cobbled together with numbers you don't understand. You
don't
can't
understand. Next to tell me it's all just empty space.
Far
Far from it, friend. That shit is radiation and matter in whatever formation. It's all we're made up to be. It's every slice of cake, every cup of tea. It's entirely represented in you and me.
Of course, there's another celestial plane that we cannot reach or begin to explain. Somewhere that quietly speaks to our souls to help us navigate our fate so we don't have to feel out of control.
What? No, there isn't. Don't spit your shit into the ether. We've astronomy to teach here and your astrolababble preaching is a hindrance to us all.
Your astronomy is simply a slap in the face. The cold hand of science puts us back in our place. Reach in, smack us down and say, we don't matter. We merely matter. You get out your protractor and measure how much fatter we are on the whole, but you can't measure the soul. Or explain why crop circles are sent just to scare us, or why Leos are great in bed with Aquarius. Let's take a look at what you're saying is true. Antimatter. What is this, Doctor Who?
Stephen Moffat couldn't conjure up a tale that runs like this one. It's odd-sounding stuff, antimatter, I'll admit it. The very particle that exists as an opposite for it, a kind of cosmic sister whose mass is consistent but charge is different. Look, I know it's hard to grasp, but for everything we know could be shown to a theoretical mirror and blow up in an instant.
Sorry, could you cast a glimmer at what you might mean by theoretical mirror? You say antimatter as if you've seen some of this astronomical flotsam and jetsam. As soon as it's created, then it will react and pull a convenient disappearing act. I think you should retract. Can't you do better than that? I thought scientists dealt in empirical fact. Consider our awe as we gaze at Aurora. Your aura, I didn't like to say, is coming across as a yellowish grey, indicating blocked energies and an overworked mind. You'll find, if you unblock your chakra, let your energy flow, you'll be calmer, more happy and more able to let yourself go.
Unblock my chakra, you dick. Let me reference the conservation of energy. I'll dumb it down for you. There's no such thing as chi. The preservation of energy means it can't increase or decrease when we enter or leave the system. So I could shit out my chi and eat broccoli and remain perfectly aligned. Come back down to earth. Your feet stuck fast to a rock, moving faster than your mind can imagine, on its axis in a fashion.
You see dead rock. But I recognise Mother Earth, protecting and guarding us, lovingly guiding us, providing us everything you will ever need. Flowers, fruit and sheltering trees.
Flowers and fruit, that's all you need. A basket of kiwis and sheltering trees. Who even thought this through? She's no goddess and she doesn't give a shit about you. She's 4.5 billion years of gravity, convection and catastrophe, 100 different atmospheres, ages and epochs, most in which humans didn't even exist.
Mother from whom all life springs, her face upturned to the sky, Father King. For thousands of years, for all nations she's known. How can you look her in the face and see simply stone?
Look, I see there's no persuading you. You've got your spiritual bullshit. There's little I can do to convince
your
you
eyes to see
that the universe is infinitely complex and beautiful.